Hello, everyone. So, another live today. This should be interesting. Yesterday didn't go quite as well because we kept losing the internet connection. So today there's a few things. Last night I was actually building. I'm trying to think now. What was it? I was building these. This is an Airfix kit. Let's have a look. This is more to do with sort of to go on rolling stock and things like that, with the Lomax and so on for me Longmoor stuff or my military stuff. So I was sort of testing and putting this together yesterday just to sort of see what the outcome would be. And I have here the sort of the outcome. Does need cleaning off a little bit, but they need to be painted, so that's a job maybe get done today. The other thing is, a while ago, and I do mean a while ago, possibly over a year ago now, I bought loads of these. I mean, I think there's 2, 4, 6 of these, 4 of these, and then there's one of these. Now, this was long before a number of companies were advertising that they were going to be doing some Longmoor rolling stock, but I have no intention of getting rid of these because I got them for next to nothing. As you can see, they're still boxed. Literally £1 or 2 each at most, probably a couple of quid each at most. And I never got around to actually doing a video on, bargain buys or anything like that. So today I'm going to strip these down and get rid of I can get rid of the S, I think, as much as I can. LMM can stay. Once the paint goes over and things like that, if there is an indentation, it's not going to bother me too much because it'll be ideal for when I put on the transfers for L, M and R. So let's get on with that. I think today we'll start stripping this down. It might be a little bit noisy with these. As I said yesterday, the music in the background, that is supplied from Creator Mix, and I use a lot of their music in the background of videos. So there will be some people out there getting really upset, going, "Oh no, it's going to destroy these wagons. They were cheap." They're still a good wagon for their age, but they were cheap and they cost next to nothing. So it's not like I'm buying some brand new Hornby or other wagons and then taking them all to bits. Now, some of them have got some damage. Some of them have got bits of buffer missing. I'm not too worried about that because, weirdly enough, those parts are actually here. So, excuse me, I can fix them. But as the project continues, so we'll take a start on these now. I had a look. It's going to be quite a risk damaging more than I actually end up saving with these clips that are holding the body onto the chassis. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to cut the tops here of the clips off. They'll still locate with what's left of the clips, but I can glue them on when it's finished. It's going to make very little difference. So, and the other thing is, in order to save a bit of time and aggravation, I'm going to remove the couplings. They just pull out. Hopefully we can do this to them without them all getting damaged. So pull them out. We'll take the wheel sets out as well because they're all plastic. Admittedly, for the time being, I think I'm going to have to stick with them being plastic. And then when I can get a hold of potentially either a pack of Hornby or a pack of Daypol wheels, and then I can replace them with metal wheels for a little bit more free running. So how is everybody today? How's everybody doing? So for me, this is a bit of chill out. It helps me relax. Life can be very stressful these days. And I think that doing something like this, it's quite good for your mental health. It's certainly better for my mental health. It gives me something else to focus on. I took all the bits off there. So you can see some of these have got their vacuum pipes still on. Some of them are falling off as I'm doing it. I'm just putting them all somewhere safe. And that one fell off. I just seem to clip in the bottom here. So we can glue them back in later on. Keep them all safe. This is just one of those magnetic dishes mechanics use them. I picked that up at a car show. I did actually think to myself when I saw it, I thought, you know what, that would actually come in quite useful for when I'm taking bits and pieces apart on model railways. I think, well, I'll remove these vacuum pipes before I lose these ones. I knew there had to be one. There had to be one. Let's try and get that clipped back on. A new one would have come off. It always happens. Doesn't help when you've got great big fingers like mine. Is that located on properly yet? Try and get that to stay back on. There we go, that's back on. Right, so like I said, I'm not going to fight with these models and end up damaging them more or at all. So I'm just going to cut those clips off. I haven't took that coupling off that one. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I take one off, there we go. Body, chassis. Okay. Nice little project. They are quite delicate though, that is the thing. And the plastic is very old, so it's, well, it is likely to get damaged, but it is what it is. I'm just going to work with it. For me, it's a cheap alternative. It's therapeutic, something to do. Let's get that one off. There we go. Take this one off. There we go. Another body, another chassis, and the weight. So, like I said yesterday in the other live stream, or streams, after we had the internet issue, which I'm hoping we are not going to have anymore, I'm trying to make this a bit of a regular thing, but I can't confirm or say that it's going to happen exactly on this day at this time. All I can do is say that I'm going to do my utmost to try and run a live stream regularly where I can share what I'm doing with the models as and when I do them, rather than, I mean, I'll still continue to do, how can I put it, edited mainstream videos on the main channel. I might have just damaged a bit of that one. But sometimes I do a lot of stuff in the background. Editing videos take a lot of time. And if I'm doing something that's just live, excuse me, you can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I'm just going to put these chassis out the way at the back. So now, fiberglass pen. I just want to try and get rid of as much of that S as I can. Not too bothered about the L and the M, like I say, once the transfers go on, that I'll put on. That'll take care of that. I've got an old brush here. Get rid of some of that. Just want to take the worst off. Don't want to go too far. So this is probably squeaking like mad over the camera, but so these are the bits that take all the time. When you're making an ordinary video, especially if you're doing quite a number of wagons all together. And then something silly happens, like you end up with a corrupted memory card or something like that. You end up losing a load of footage. Now, I've had that happen so many times. I've lost footage. Not just on videos for YouTube, but even personally. I've had some fantastic days out in the past and I've just lost all of the footage that went with it. Obviously, I'll give these a wipe down. I just want to try and get some of the dust off when I've done this. I've actually got, I think there's about another dozen Lomax as well to be done, similar to what I did in the past, but I think this time we're going to go for a olive drab, olive green, army colour, and with those ones instead of the dirty and brown. Something I picked up probably over a year ago now, but like I say, things have happened and I haven't been around in the house and in the household, I should say. I did pick up a war well that wasn't Oxford die cast. I think it was a ratio one, and it actually had a Airfix Sherman on it. It's on one of the shelves at the moment. I think it needs a little bit of work doing it, but it's pretty much fine. That was a nice one to pick up, but trying to get a hold of that kit, I don't even think they're producing it anymore, which is such a shame, because it looks like a really good kit, and I wouldn't have minded making some of them. But at least we do have the Oxford die-cast Warwell around. Like I say, some of these might get damaged while I'm doing this, but although I'm going to be repainting them, I might make them look a little bit rough, not quite as clean as the locos would be on Longmoor. But this was, like I say, these were cheap. If I remember rightly, it was Mick at Durham Trains had them in, and I picked them up. They're not flash, but they will do the job. Perfect donor model for something like this. And if I'm reasonably good, I should be able to save that. But then I might put loads in them. So you can see there already, this one's got damaged. I'm not too worried though. It happens. I mean, that one's already missing. I think that was missing in the box. I'm not too sure. Say I've never really done the lives. I think the main channel had one live over the years, and that was, I think it was a Hornby Releases, and it was chaos. It was absolute. I mean, I vividly remember Hornby's site just completely crashed. Well, I don't think they seem to have had that problem much anymore, but I do remember that day. It was trying to actually do anything with that live stream was just, I think that's what put me off doing any of them anymore after that. Everything just seemed to go horribly wrong. So I figured we'll not do that anymore. So like I said, there's I think there's four of these ones as well. So they're all wooden bodies. All wooden bodied ones. Which ties in nice and well. Same as before. We'll try and take these wheel sets off. So these ones have actually got spoked wheels on. Take the wheel sets off. I haven't actually got the transfers for these yet. That's not a big worry because I might not actually buy them. I might make them this time. Make my life, just try something new, to be honest. And if I can get them the way I want them, be nice to see if I can do that. So as before, just snapping off one side of the clips. These can be glued down afterwards. Take the couplings off so they're out of the way for the time being. And then the base, hopefully. There you go, chassis off. There's the weight. So I think I was saying yesterday that there were some interesting things on Hornby's releases this year, but I don't think there was anything spectacular. There were things that definitely interested me. I mean, I was really quite amazed with the Normandy 040 locomotive in the railroad range. I mean, that really did surprise me. I didn't expect to see that, especially in railroads range. It looks very good. I think I'm going to be picking one of them up. I do like the Blue Bell. If you've followed the channel for any time, you'll know that I do like the Blue Bell Railway. Got a place in my heart. But that one looked all right. Trying to think of what else there was. I mean, I did like the look of the for posterity, the HST set. That it's obviously meant to represent that 1970s HST set, but it looks like it's the Lima tooling. Obviously, I think that Hornby tooling's probably long gone. We get towards the end of these wagon chassis, and we've got one that suddenly wants to be difficult. There we go. Gentle bit of persuasion. And the one difference between this one and those is this one is an LMS. You can see I've already had a little bit of a play with this one. Let's quickly get rid of that. I'm not too sure of this. I don't know whether to try and get rid of some of that line or we get rid of it. Get rid of a bit of it. I don't know how much that's going to affect with the paint. So get rid of that S. Squeaking noise. I hope that isn't terrible on live. That's why I've got the music in the background.